Julian Baker. It's angelic, isn't it? Such a beautiful, beautiful voice, beautiful sound, right? The twang of the Telecaster, of the old Telecaster guitar, right? So it's still beautiful things in life, even though we're living in these rather unbeautiful times of censorship and 1984 Orwellian, propaganda, thought police, and twists. So let's talk about. We got to talk about the censorship that's going on in the world, right? Let's talk about it. But first, let's become a Patreon, please. Got to advertise, right? So pick up some stickers online. This is people-supported media. There's no big pockets. Nobody writing big checks here. You can buy some stickers on eBay. These are the classics, or you can buy the new ones. These are the modern stickers on YouTube. Become a Patreon. Looking for 300 people. This is the channel. These are some top videos and such, right? Every day, putting out 2-3 videos a day. You can make a one-time donation here by hitting PayPal, or you could, more importantly, become a Patreon. Looking for 300 strong Spartans. Wow, we're moving up. See, we got 32 now. Yesterday we had 30. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to try, I put up some new types of tiers. I tried to explain them. Anybody who signs up, anybody who becomes a Patreon, I'll send you stickers, right? I'll send you complimentary stickers one time at any level, okay? I'll do that for you. So please become a Patreon. It's very important to combat this ongoing assault that we're having in the mainstream media. This fake news, right? So what's going on? So let's talk about New Zealand. New Zealand police go after social media users who shared footage of mosque shooting as second person appears in court charged with distributing the video. Orwellian times, right? They're now locking people up for possessing a video of, I don't know, something, of a violent crime or something, right? The video of the mosque shooting, the full 16 and a half minutes video, right? What I want to also say that now that the police and the authorities are now going after people with criminal charges for possessing this video, it now authenticates the video somewhat, right? In the sense that the legal authorities are ready, willing, and able to lean on this as evidence, actual real evidence. Something to think about. Again, I'm of the school. I know there's still people divided, and you're not really sure what side of the fence I'm on, but my side of the fence still remains that it's a real event, and there is holes in the video story and all that. But nonetheless, I'm still in the camp that it's an actual event that happened, and I'm not sold on the fact that it's a falsies, right? As at this time, there's just not enough evidence, right? So alleged gunman shared the horrific footage. Here he is. So there he is, right? So the shooter, they smudge out his face. He committed mass murder. And the Australian, the New Zealand media, the courts ordered that his face be blurred, but not the guy that shares the video. They could put, look, now we all know his face, right? He's guilty. So that argument that he's innocent till proven guilty is now off the table because they're trying him in the court of public opinion. There's his face, right? So they contradict themselves. New Zealand police have said this is massive censorship, massive intimidation of people getting the truth. That's what it is, right? That's what it's become. Forget about the murder. It's now murdering everybody else, killing people's free speech. It's actively investigating social media users who posted footage of Christchurch massacre after 2 people were charged for allegedly sharing Facebook live streams. Right? What about the media? Right now, I look. I'm not going to go to New Zealand. Fuck you, New Zealand. For as far as I'm concerned, I take the map of the world. I peel the piece off of New Zealand. I throw it in the garbage, and I never go there again. Right? Because why? Because we're talking. What about? Because we're talking about this video. Because we're talking about having seen this video. Now we're criminals. Are you fucking crazy? Right? What about the media? Why don't you go lock up CNN and MSNBC and the rest of the jerk-offs that are in all over New Zealand, hanging out, taking pictures, talking about it all over the world? Why don't you arrest them? Arrest them, right? They're breaking your laws too. Why are you going after regular people? It's hypocritical, right? It shouldn't. It's ridiculous what it is, but it's also highly, hypocritical that they're cherry picking the people that they're going to lock up, making examples of them. New Zealand police said in a statement, police are actively investigating the sharing and decimation of the videos. All right, so here we go again. So, man, 22 arrested for allegedly distributing the video. 22-year-old man from New Zealand has been arrested in connection with distribution of the video. The video. New Zealand Police Commissioner Mike Bush and Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern have repeatedly urged citizens and the media not to share the footage of the attack to protect you. It's to protect you. You can't see this because it's so vile and so... Listen to the statistics. Spokesman for Facebook New Zealand said 1.5 million videos of the attack had been removed from the platform globally within the first 24 hours of its occurrence. That included 1.2 million that were blocked during the upload stage. Wow, so they blocked them even before the video. How the hell did they do that? Even before it got up, they blocked it. So the point is that what about these 1.2 million people? What are we going to do now? New Zealand is going to start to exercise extradition, callings and issue search warrants in their own, issue arrest warrants in their own country and start arresting millions of people, and that the global community is going to fall in line. Is that what's coming? Is that what's coming? Are you out of your mind? Where does the right? No borders. Yeah, okay, no borders. Police said they do not believe the 22-year-old was directly involved with the attack and is not being charged in relation to it. So this is the cocksucker these guys are saying this shit, right? Chief of police, yeah, okay. All right. He deemed the article, here it is, New Zealand Chief Censor, David Shanks, has determined that the 17-minute video live stream during the Christchurch shooting is objectable under New Zealand law. It is a record of a terrorist atrocity specifically produced for the purpose of promoting a hateful terrorist agenda. Right? So they're authenticating the video as being authentic, just for the record. The United States is unusual in offering nearly absolute protection for free speech under the First Amendment. Really? Have you looked up lately? Have you been to America lately? It's not. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you pieces that are not. So the world is still thinking that America, we're free speech and freedom of the press, but no, because people are getting, they're getting demonetized, deplatformed. They're getting humiliated, harassed. They set their trolls into your, chat rooms to discredit you and not your ideas. We know what you're doing. It's not a mystery. New Zealand arrested just more of it. Here's the mosque, the 2 people, right? So they're running this article all over the place. They're running this idea of arresting people now, right? And what's the consequence? Here we go. New Zealand bans sale of semi-automatic assault rifles after mosque attacks. Pow! First they go after your speech, and now they're going after your gun. Right. There it is, as plain within a week. New Zealand banned the sale of semi-automatic and assault rifles Thursday after 50 people were killed at 2 mosques in the country. It's the gun. It's the gun's fault, right? It's people are not. We're going to take the gun away from you because you're stupid and you're incompetent, and such, right? I heard there's a law going, a bill being drawn up in Missouri, where they're going to ban all regulation, all gun control regulations, completely wipe them from the record, and make it a crime for federal investigators to come into the state of Missouri and prosecute federal law. That should be really interesting. We'll follow that one. I don't know much about it, but we'll follow it. So, here more. New Zealand military guns are banned. New Zealand Prime Minister bans the guns. Right? People, it's a horrible thing. But what about globally? Is it happening globally? Check this out, right? I saw this in Breitbart. Media silence surrounding Muslim massacre of Christians. Really? So what happened there? Political leaders and figures were falling over themselves this weekend to condemn the mosque attacks in New Zealand, where dozens of Christians were slaughtered by Muslims in Nigeria to the sound of crickets. Really? So the media is zeroing in on this one. They think they've got a winner in projecting this. Here's something else, right? Free speech, right? So Twitter blocks Julian Assange's mother, who lives in Australia. They blocked her account, right? Twitter account of Christine Assange, the mother of arbitrarily detained founder of WikiLeaks, has been restricted, she told Consortium News. My Twitter account has been blocked due to unusual activity, Ms. Assange wrote in a text message. So now Twitter's going after your mother. Right? Free speech. Your mother's getting attacked now. Right? So here's an interesting video, right? If this thing should spill over into the real world, right? New Zealand's not the real world, right? It's like fake. But look at this video, right? So now they're trying to detain a video that shows alleged violence. However, that police guy said, right? It's atrocity, it's violence, it's terrorism, it's designed to scare the shit out of people, right? All the things that he said when I just said it a minute ago, right? But what about, where does it stop, right? Where does it stop? Look at it. Let's watch this video together. Remember this? Let's watch. Who's this? John F. Kennedy assassination. Boom, bullet goes through one guy into his neck, right? Right? We're watching the assassination of an American president. And boom, blows his head off. There look pieces of his head hanging. Jackie O jumping out the back seat. Terrifying, right? Terrifying act of terror. Terrifying act of absolute fucking horror, where a president of the United States gets his head blown off, and I'm watching this on YouTube. Right? We're allowed to see it, right? Because we want to know if it's real or not, right? Right? That's freedom of speech, freedom of the press. I should be allowed to see that, and if I want to watch it, I'm going to watch it. Right? So again, we're under siege. We're under free speech is under attack. The First Amendment in the United States. Is it fuck New Zealand. Go ahead. You guys want to treat your people like cattle and have the people accept that? Go right ahead. In this country, we're going to fight back. We're going to push back with every ounce of our being. And the corporatists still have their hand in our pocket. And as I've always said, I know there's a million theories why it's happening. I know it's the lefties trying to push their agenda on the righties, and the righties trying to hold back their agenda on the lefties, and the deep state is going to, swamp creatures are going to come up and eat everybody because they want power, and the Democrats want power, and Republicans want power. But the big part that everyone seems to miss, and that I will really try to reiterate at least once in every video, is that it is oligarchy. It is the monopolies that are causing the problem, the money. It's the money interest that causes these problems, because if you want to demonetize someone like me and shut me up, well, it's not very complicated. You could just demonetize, and you can put blocks on my videos, and other people like me and do the same. You can get commenters, get your little think tank together and put 50 comments in a row that, oh, this guy is a radical and he's trying to sow dissent. He's disinformation, all that bullshit. You could do all that, and it's rather easy. But the big corporations, right? You can demonetize me, and it's obvious how you can do it, right? But with you don't fight these big corporations in courts, right? You got to push them back, right? And you got to push into the political arena and censor them, right? You have to censor them, the monopoly. Break Google, Facebook, Twitter, CNN, MSNBC, all these other guys like Bezos that owns, Amazon, and he owns the Washington Post, and the monopolization of the media, right, is, again, always caused by the money. It's always caused by the money. Monopoly, you have to, in antitrust law, jack their tax up and deflate them. Deflate the corporations in the billionaire class. And then there's this stuff kind of stops, because why? There's no interest in the power grab. The power grab is then regular people start to have a voice in the equation, right? Opinion starts to reign true rather than corporate interest, right? Silence people. Make them buy our stuff, our narrative, our world view. Take away their guns, because we don't want them shooting at us when we keep taking away their rights, right? On and on and on. So always oligarchy, always monopoly. That's where you look if you want to solve these problems, right? If you want to solve the problem of free speech and poverty in America, right? 1 in 7 on food stamps, and people living in abject poverty here at home. 60% of people don't have $400 to their name. If you want those problems to go away, right, and you want to continue, you want to stop losing your rights, maybe your passport, maybe your driver's license, right? It's all coming, free speech, right? Then again, aim at the right target, right? Aim at the right target and stop upholding this bullshit, Q phenomenon. Q is the plan, and the president. Look, they're all complicit in the crime, right? All these politicians are now complicit in the crime, right? They're all on board with it. Marcus Conte reporting.